Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw, Editorial Director at TigerFitness.com and Muscle and Brawn Nutrition CEO. Guys, a little off-topic video today. This isn't a Q&A question per se, but I've been getting a lot of questions from guys on Instagram and Twitter and my Facebook fan page saying, hey, big, hairy, ugly dude, I've seen your transformation pictures. I've seen what you've accomplished over the past 3 years. And how did you train? How did you eat? How did you supplement, etc.? What are your magic secrets? So I want to cover just some of the basics in this video because they're very important. So I hope you stick around and watch this video. Before I get into this topic, guys, I'd encourage you to check out my information below. If you have a question for me, hashtag AskBHUD, Big Hairy Ugly Dude, on Twitter, Instagram, or hit up my Facebook fan page. Post your question with that hashtag. All the information is below. So, those of you guys unfamiliar with me, 3 years ago, I was a big, fat, huge Blubberton powerlifter, 346 pounds. Today, I am 108 pounds lighter. I'm about 238, 237 pounds. Not only did I lose 107 pounds, but I gained about 10 pounds of muscle. I'm looking better than ever, more muscular than ever. So I get a lot of questions about how did I eat, how do I train, and I want to cover that in this video. Eating. There's no magic secrets. You guys got to know regarding eating and training. No magic secrets whatsoever. When it comes to eating, it was simply switching to clean foods, switching to meat, switching to vegetables, switching to fruits, switching to healthy fats, switching to non-processed foods. That's all I did. I went low carb, but you don't have to go low carb. If you want to eat rice and sweet potatoes, whatever. That is one of the big things that I did. I just switched to eating real foods. I did so not because of some incredible, mission, like I want to become a low-carb eater, but because I came down with type 2 diabetes. So, if you guys want to lose weight, if you're frustrated that you're overweight, the best place to start is to clean up your diet. It has to be a lifestyle change. It has to be a lifestyle change and not some bullcrap 8-week, 12-week, hey, honey, for 8 weeks, I'm going to switch to what the big, hairy, ugly dude did, and I'm going to lose whatever pounds. You don't work it like that. It has to be a complete lifestyle change. The same goes for training. Now, another thing I did when I was losing the weight is that I would eat one plate full of food, and when I was done, I wouldn't eat anything for an hour. The old big, hairy, ugly dude, the fat guy that nearly died from type 2 diabetes, the fat guy that could barely wipe his own ass, I would just eat and eat and eat. Now, over time, learning to eat until I was really full and then stop has been a godsend. I went out for a cheat meal last weekend with my fiance, and after 3 pieces of pizza, I stopped because I was full. So I've learned to stop. I've learned to pull away even when I do cheat and wait at least an hour before I eat anything again. It makes me feel a world 10 times better. So those are my magic secrets. Another eating secret is that I try to get at least 180 to 200 grams of protein a day. Now, some of you guys are out there going, well, I heard to build muscle, you only need 0.82 grams per pound of body weight. Yeah, it's all good and well, but I also try to balance my diet. So if you're only getting like 110, 120 grams of protein, that's going to force you to eat more carbs or more fat. I prefer to eat a more balanced diet. So I like to eat about 180 to 200 grams or more of protein a day. It allows me, plus protein tastes better than eating carbs and sweet potatoes. I'd rather eat beef. So it's not just to build muscle. But I will say, having been in this game for 30 years, all the successful people, male and female, eat a little bit more protein than the guidelines. So what does it hurt to err on the side of caution, to eat a little bit more protein, to balance the protein and carbs a little bit better? And plus, meat tastes a hell of a lot better than carbs for most of us. So that's another one of my secrets. Now, when it comes to training, a lot of guys will want to know, how did you train, big, hairy, ugly dude? How did you train? Number one, I lead off each workout with a couple heavy compound movements. You guys need to understand that what specific program you do doesn't freaking matter. It doesn't matter. Anybody out there telling you got to train like this, you got to train like that, you got to use drop sets, you got to use this bullshit, you got to use that bullshit, ignore them. You don't need to use a 5x5. You don't need to use Wendlers. You don't need to use this bodybuilding split. You don't need to use fucking anything. Excuse my language. What you need to do is something similar to what the big, hairy, ugly dude did. Start off each program with a couple big hitters, a couple heavy compound movements, then progress from there and do a little bit more moderate type of exercises. Like on bench press, I'll start off with heavy benches. Then I'll do like guillotine presses or dumbbell benches. So I go on to do different variations of compound movements. Then I'll move on to machines, and then I'll move on to cables, and then I'll move on to isolation. So depending on what type of workout you're doing, you want to kind of use that progression. Get a couple big hitters in, then move on to a little, maybe some lighter dumbbell movements, and then maybe some machines and cables and isolation type of work. You want to get about 16 to 18 sets per workout. A little bit more, a little bit less. This is just a guideline. No matter where you start, it doesn't matter. Adjust the volume based on needs, how much time you can spend in the gym, but you want to get at least a reasonable amount of volume into your workout, because a lot of guys are doing these minimalistic programs and they're adding some strength, but they're not adding muscle to back it. And they'll go, big, hairy, ugly dude, why am I not gaining muscle mass? You're not gaining muscle mass because you're not using enough volume. So make sure that you get at least 16 sets per workout. No need to overdo it and go over 20 or 22, but about in that range. Another magic secret, progression. Now, you just need some form of progression scheme. And excuse me, it's hotter than heck in my apartment, and I have a little bit of asthma from the season change, so I'm not breathing too well. But you have to use some form of progression scheme. What I recommend for most of you is something magical. Push every set for maximize every set. That's the magic. Maximize every set. What is the point in going into the gym and doing a set if you're not pushing it to the limit? If you maximize sets, you're going to maximize your workouts. If you maximize your workouts, you're going to maximize your progress. Stupid simple, and that is my philosophy. So how do you do that? When you're on a set, you push a set for as many reps as possible, stopping that set either when your form goes to heck or when you feel like you might fail on the next rep. So you're not pushing a set to failure. You're pushing it to the point where, hey, my form's breaking down. It's time to stop so I don't get injured. Or, hey, I might fail on the next rep. This is auto-regulated progression. It is what I firmly believe in for beginners to early intermediates. And this alone will help you just crush workouts. After you get about 14 to 16 sets in of this type of work each day, you won't really have the energy to do much more than this. So, guys, that's my magic. As far as supplementation goes, I use whey protein to bring my protein intake up. It's just convenient. It doesn't have a lot of calories. I take 2 to 3 shakes a day. I use a quality multivitamin. Sometimes I use fish oil. Excuse me. And I use BCAAs throughout the day, especially during my workout. I've been doing fitness for 30 years, running and sports and lifting, and I get tired of drinking water all the time, so I'm going to be honest, a lot of times I'm just drinking BCAAs because I want something with flavor, and it's a better choice than juice or Monsters or whatever. It's cheaper as well. So those are really my staples. So guys, that's it. Stupid simple. Clean, whole foods. Keep your protein intake up. Don't overeat. And make sure you maximize every set. If you want more information on my training philosophy, check out the link to my book, Massive Iron below. It's 200 pages of content, only $14.99, and it contains about 20 sample programs. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below or hit up my hashtag AskBHUD. If you've made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. And sorry for the long video. Big, hairy, ugly dude. Out.